Welcome to another 3-year long tradition video of mine where I basically just do my math PTs as a last resort to alleviate my failing grades. I mean, I'm not really complaining, at least I've been given the chance to actually try and boost my grades because some schools won't just give me the opportunity. So hats off to you, Sir Rubico, for watching this, Yeah, thanks. So anyways, we'll be doing a couple of um, solving, and hopefully we could just make it a little bit short, unlike my other videos that I posted, which is usually 15 to 21 minutes long, or at most 30 minutes. So yeah, we're already nearing the 50-second mark, so without any further ado, let's start the video. So our given is y minus 3 squared minus x plus 2 squared okay, over 16 and over 40 equals 1. So what we need to do is to find a couple of concepts that are in need of finding. So anyways, let's start by identifying our center. So for our center, we'll simply just look where are the values associated with your x and your y axis. So if it's x is over here, and then we'll just see what operations there are so we can convert them. So if it's positive, negative, negative, positive. So positive 2, negative 2, positive 3, negative 3, positive 3. There we go. Now you have your center. Now then, after we have your center, we'll have to find the transverse axis and your conjugate axis. And your transverse axis is your A, and your conjugate axis is your B. So our A is 16, since transverse axis is usually located right before the negative sign. So 16, find the square root of that. That's going to be 4. 40 on the other hand isn't really a hard, it's not hard to find the square root of 40. I just did it wrong. I put in 8 square root of 5, and that's actually not the right answer. It should be 4 square root of 10. So anyways, 4 square root of 10, and if we simplify that, that's going to be 2 square root of 10. Now our C is simply just adding the two values of A and B, which is 16 plus 40, and that's gonna be 56. Let's try to find the square root of 56. Okay, I'm gonna do this mentally. Okay, I could try with 14 times. Okay, there we go. So if we times 14 to 4, we get 46. Yay! And then we simplify that 14 times 4 into 2 square root of 14. Now that we have our C, we can have our foci. So our foci is basically just getting the center and the C that you have over here. So our center, if we look, that's negative 2 and then 3, and what we're going to do is, since we're probably gonna graph on both sides of the quadrant later, so that's going to be negative and positive sides of the Cartesian plane. So we're just going to put plus minus 2 square root of 14. Now that we have our A and B, oh yeah, we actually have to find the general equation first. So the one thing that I always tend to not forget is when you're dealing with hyperbola standard equation to general, you always find the LCM. So LCM over here of 16 and 40 is okay, 16 times 1, 16 times 2, Okay, oh, okay. So, I think 80 might be the answer over here since 40 times 2 is just 80. Yeah. I don't, you know what? Just plus 8. Yep, 80. No, 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 no. Let's just make a new equation over here so that we could solve and you could see more clearly. 16 minus x plus 2 squared 40. Now, since we have 80 as our least common multiple, what we simply need to do is to times. I mean, it's not really times. You divide, then you times the thing that you get after dividing. So anyways, 16 divided by 80 is 5, so we're going to have 5 times y. We cross that 80 now. Then minus 40, 80 divided by 40 is going to be 2. So 2x plus 2 squared equals 80 times 1 is 80. Now, what we need to do is to simply just times the values here. So first, before we do anything rush, simplify. Always gotta simplify. That's what my tutor told me, and that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Simplify. So y minus 3 squared is going to be y squared minus 6y, and then you square 3, that's going to be 9, and then after you get that minus, still you simplify, x squared plus 4x plus 4, and then equals 80. You know, if you do these factoring things like these do much often, you'll be able to solve them mentally really easily. So anyways, once we have this over here, we can just times. So 5y squared minus 30y plus 45 minus 2x squared minus 8x. Pardon my cough, I'm dealing with a small cold right now. 8x, then this is 4, so we're still gonna get 8. So minus 8 equals, you know what, let's just make it simple. Let's put 80 here on the side. So minus 80 plus 0. Now our final answer is, so we so negative 80, negative 88, negative 88 and 45. Okay, you know what, so I think about that. First, we'll just simplify. So like terms basically. So 2x squared minus 5, no, not plus 5y squared plus 8x minus 30y, and then let me just, okay, so 88, negative 88. Okay, there we go. 30y minus 43 equals 0. Now, once we have that, let's just, you know what I do to make things look better? So basically what I do is just switch the places of these two so that you can get the positive version of that. So it's gonna look better basically. 2x squared minus 5y squared plus 8x. I know nga hindi required sir, pero you know what, I'm just putting it here so that, you know, at least doon namin sa natawan. 30y plus 43 equals 0. Now, to all my foreign viewers who are with my classmates who are watching this right now, so here we go. That should be the final answer. And if you're wondering why, if this isn't your final answer, basically just switch the terms to the opposite side, since I just switched the places between both sides. So anyways, once we have this, we'll just graph. After we graph everything gonna be done. I will just need to attend remedial and everything's going to be fine. So without any further ado, let's start. Okay, so how do we graph this? So we look, okay, I don't have a ruler, so this time we're going to use graphing paper as my ruler. You know, in these trying times, you gotta find anything that can make it work, otherwise you it's gonna be a sad world. Alright, flatten this out. Okay, so once, sorry for the shakes. So once we have our factors, so our center is negative 2, 3, so that's going to be in the second quadrant, I think. Okay, that is not a straight line, Jesus Christ, okay. That's upward. Okay, let's place the graph where somewhere you can see it. Okay, so what we need to do is to simply find the quadrant in which negative 2 and 3 belong in. So that's going to be the second quadrant. There's an insect on my phone. It's attracted to the light. Alright, so once we find the second quadrant, that's negative 2, 3. So we count 1, 2. So this is where negative 2 is, and then 3 is 1, 2, and 3. So right over here is our mark. That's where we'll be starting our graph. If you remember, our transverse axis or major axis was 4. So that was along the y-axis. So let's just 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Then 4. Did I count that correctly? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we counted correctly. And then we'll have 4 square root of 10, so that's probably somewhere around 4 before it goes into 5, so 4.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is where we'll end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where we'll end. Now what we're gonna do is to simply make squares. You know what? I don't even need the graphing paper ruler anymore. Let's just make a crude square. So square over here. Then you get to this point right here, the half value. Hold on, it's a little bit messy, but we'll make it work. This isn't really my best work, but you know what? It's an honest effort. Sorry for the camera shake. And then we'll box that in. I mean, the box that I'm trying to draw is basically just a traditional rectangle. You could do like separated lines or something. There we go. And then we make a perfect rectangle. Okay, just move this. Okay. Now once we have that, we simply have to look again where the transverse axis is. So that's along the y-axis. So we make an X. Our center is over here. Okay. You know, sir, I don't think this is going to be a great looking X, but you know what? At least there's an X in the middle and it's intersecting with the lines. Alright, now once we formed our X, we simply have to graph or make the parabola the hyperbola sign along the y-axis. So you make a big entrance. It's gonna be here, and then here, and then start from here, here, and then here. So once you have your parabola set up, you simply need to find the foci. Now this is one I'm not really familiar with. You know, I'm actually familiar with finding the foci but not applying where the foci is. I'm genuinely confused every time I do this. So I did say that it was going to be along the positive and the negative sides of the equation, but you know what? At this point, who the hell even cares? So I assume that we'll be placing the foci at the y-axis, so let's just find where that is. So negative 2 and 3, so y-axis we'll probably just count right before where the 4 and the 5 intersect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So it's probably just gonna be here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. It's gonna be here. So this is going to be our positive foci. That's gonna be negative 2, 3 plus 2 square root of 14. This is our F1, as they say, Formula 1. And then this is going to be our negative foci. So this is going to be negative 2, 3 minus 2 square root of 14. Alright, now since this is what my graph looks like, okay, we actually reached the 15-minute mark. Alright, so anyways, this should be enough for my explanation of the what you call this, the hyperbola video explanation. And yeah, a slide will be coming soon. So anyways, thanks for watching, you all, and by next semester you may expect another video from me in a couple 3 months. So anyways, yeah, thank you for watching, and good night, or good day, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may live.